Face here. Oh. Juliet. Kenyad. Hello, parents. Welcome back to the first real content video in our anti-bully series. I'm still going to do a bit more talking than moving in this video, though, because I want to talk about what a bully is. I want to make sure that you understand how to talk about bullies, what a bully is, how to identify them to your kids, your younger brothers, sisters, whoever it might be, whoever you're watching this video for, and also for your own life. Because we know that bullies don't stop at middle school. There are bullies in high school, there are bullies in college. I've worked for bullies. There's bullies all over the place. I'm sure some of you have worked for bullies. Heck, maybe you are the bully at your office, and we'll talk about that another day. Moving back to the particular script here. What is a bully? And I've been asking that question for many years. They go around to various schools, and honestly, I'm very proud to say, I'm very excited to say that I get more right answers now than I used to. I used to get someone who's mean or something else very basic, banal. That's not quite the truth. Now, when I go around to schools and I ask, I get something much closer to the right answer. Somebody who's not just mean once, but mean over and over again. Someone who continues to pick on someone over and over again, right? If you know, I shouldn't just drop names. I'll use myself. If I call one of my students smelly once, that's mean. That's a bad thing. That makes me a jerk, but that doesn't make me a bully. Every day that student comes into class, I call them smelly every day. Now I'm a bully. Also, I'm an awful person, but now I am bullying this poor child. So we need to recognize that it's not just once. Just because they did it once doesn't mean they're bully. But many of the word blocks we will teach you guys, should be used even if they hear it once, even if it's not bullying, if it's just from a mean person. Now, I think the big distinction that happens, that I've heard, especially from the upper elementary, middle schoolers, the smart ones, is I've heard some of them say, my parents are bullying me, or my big brother bullies me. And that's possible. It is 100% possible. But I think we should distinguish teasing from bullying, right? Big brother teases little brother. That's almost the right of a big brother to tease their little brother. If you allow it at your household, that's up to you guys. If you don't, that's up to you guys. But in general, the way I define teasing for my students, my friends tease, my enemies bully, right? Somebody I like can tease me, and that's okay. We can have a little tat back and forth. Somebody who I don't like is now bullying me or insulting me. That's not teasing. That's not friendly. I don't like that person. I don't want to talk to that person, especially if they have that attitude. So we need to distinguish for them when it's okay and when it's not. This is also true for the younger kids, right? The younger kids might think because my older brother teases me, it's okay for the older kid at school to tease me. And they don't realize that that's not affectionate. That's not them showing friendship or affection. So 2 more thoughts I want to get out in this video. So we talked about what is a bully. I want to talk a little about why the bullies are bullying. And it's mostly why who they're targeting is the way I should say it. So I'll give you a secret I give every kid, so it's not really a secret. Bullies are looking for a weak target. The 3rd grader is not going to bully the 5th grader. They're definitely not going to bully the 6th or 7th grader. The bully is not going to bully the star athlete or the kid in a group of 5 other people. The bully is going to pick on someone that they view as weaker, as less than, as not able to defend themselves. Because here's the 2nd secret. They're looking for one of 2 reactions. They're looking for their victim, their target, to get sad or mad. If the kid cries, that's a win. If the kid whines or complains, throws a fit, runs off to the teacher, that's a win, right? They've now gotten a reaction. They now know what buttons to press to do that again. They now have tools in their tool belt and an arsenal. Or you get mad. Now there's a physical outlet. Maybe there's more yelling and now it's a game of back and forth insulting. Maybe there's pushing or shoving or punching and they picked on the little guy on purpose, right? I keep saying guy, but generally this type of bullying is between guys. There's a different type of bullying between girls that we can talk about in a future video. So going back to that bully is now looking for a physical altercation because you've gotten mad and they picked on you because they picked on your kid because they think they can win that fight. So let's recap for a second. Bullying is repeated negative behavior from someone we don't like because they're looking for a weak target and they've identified us or our kid or whoever as a weak target and they want a very specific reaction. they want you to be sad or they want you to be mad. If they get one of those two reactions, then they win. So our goal with the students over the next several videos is to make sure they have a different reaction. Not to be sad, not to be mad, but something completely different. You're gonna have to come back to the next video to see exactly what that is though. So face here. Juliet, can you add?